Hello wonderful person, this is Anton, and today we're going to be playing Surviving Mars. Specifically, I actually wanted to see if I can get to the point where we can establish the human base on Mars, just like we would in real life. This game is very realistic. This is a game by Paradox Interactive that's known for super realistic games, and it uses quite a lot of real science that we're going to be exploring and talking about while playing this. Now there's actually two buttons here, one is Easy Start and one is New Game. I'm going to go with New Game because I do want to have a little bit more control over my mission and over some of the things here that we can choose. And specifically, we're going to basically be pretending that we are Elon Musk and we are sending our own mission to Mars using private corporation money. Now, there's actually quite a lot of things you can choose. Like, for example, your sponsor does define and change a few things here. And we're going to go with an equivalent of SpaceX, which is actually called SpaceY's, which is absolutely and totally ridiculously funny. They do get, I think, a little bit less funding than the International Mars mission, and also they do get a little bit less research and less Terran applicants. But the thing is, their drone hubs start with additional drones, and it's cheaper on advanced resources. So every single sponsor kind of gives you some bonuses here. But you know what, we're going to be Elon Musk and we're going to go with SpaceY's, and our commander profile is going to be an oligarch, because if you don't know what this means, it's basically a super rich person that essentially controls everything. In other words, we're going to be sending Elon Musk to Mars. Colony logo, so this, I wish they actually had something that looked more like SpaceX. Let's see if we can find some SpaceX looking. And I guess we're going to go with this. This is kind of similar to how they usually name their water vessels. Now we can also choose our own storyline here, and I think I'm going to just start with easy first. A lot of these actually are quotes based on different people and also different science fiction entities. In this case, it's HAL 9000. That's the robot from Space Odyssey. But let's go with science is no more than an investigation of a miracle we can never explain, and art as an interpretation of that miracle. Because unfortunately, Elon Musk is not one of these choices. We're going to go with just the first one, and just choose this. So here's our starting conditions. We have 5 starting rockets, and in the beginning, it's actually going to be relatively difficult. We also get a bonus tech, Arcology. I guess that's some sort of residential spire. I don't actually know what this is. And here we can actually rename our ship and give it sort of the first loadout. So I'm going to name this the Mars X mission. Or actually, what am I talking about? I'm going to name it BFR. You probably know what it stands for, and if you don't, well, maybe you want to Google it because I don't want to say it out loud. Anywho, moving on. Next, we get to select the landing spot here. And, oh, this is so awesome. This is actually super realistic. And you know what? I've always wanted to land near the biggest volcano in the solar system, Olympus Mons. A lot of these areas I actually already pre-assigned to us. So there's Elysium Alpha and Beta, Cimmeria Alpha, Serenum Beta. I don't really know what exactly these mean, but Olympus Mons is right here. And we also can apparently land in Valles Marineris, which is the biggest canyon out there. But I think I would prefer to do it on the mountain, on the biggest volcanic mountain in the solar system. Okay, so can I actually land right here? It says there's some metals, concrete, water, oh, lots of threats, lots of dust devils, dust storms, meteors. Actually, meteors and cold waves, not so much. Okay, so it feels like this is actually a big... a really big, as a matter of fact, decision making here, because where you start initially is going to really change the difficulty. So you can see here it is very low everything, but no, we're starting on the mountain. Elon Musk would have started here too, right? Probably. Okay, we can maybe just do like very close to the mountain, not exactly on the mountain. And I actually love the scientific accuracy of this, because here the threats are really well explained. Like, for example, dust devils. Dust devils contaminate buildings in their area with Martian sand. Contaminated buildings require maintenance and may malfunction. Dust devils contaminate buildings quickly but disappear relatively fast. And then dust storms basically do something similar, but will require a shorter maintenance cycle. And certain buildings like Moxies and moisture evaporators are not operational during dust storms. And they can also last for several sols, which is several days, Martian days. Maybe, just maybe, this is actually not a good idea. Maybe, just maybe, we should probably try to find a location that doesn't have too many threats. Because I don't know if I'm ready to, like, face a lot of them. But you know what? Forget it. We're doing it here. We're doing it right in the middle of the mountain. There's metals, concrete, water. This is perfect. Average altitude is 17,800 meters. And it seems... Oh, this is even higher. Right here. We're going to be right here. Right in the middle of Olympus Mons. Here we go. Now, this is probably not the best decision I made so far, but you know what? Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Welcome to Mars, Commander. Mission SpaceY. I'm an oligarch. Close the window. I'm sorry for not reading these. I think I'm just gonna get into action a little bit faster. Now, okay, I've played this a little bit, so I know kind of how it works. But basically, you have to explore areas nearby. So the area I picked is essentially this right here, this map. Let's just remove this. And the first thing we need to do is land somewhere. So it's recommending us to land right there. Maybe we'll do that. What I'm not sure about is how are we actually going to get to these various locations, specifically the actual volcanic mountaintop, because that's why I'm here. Okay. Oh, this has a lot of buildable locations. And this seems to be separated from the rest of the mountain by this ridge here. But we can actually do 3 orbital scans. So maybe I'll find something else that has these materials. So here, it's giving me 2 initial materials. One is called concrete, and one is, I think it's, yeah, rare metals. Rare metals are not necessarily usable in the beginning, but concrete is very, very, very useful. So, but you know what? I'm still gonna scan this. I want to see if I can maybe land here. This looks so much like much better area. Like here. Anomaly. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is beautiful. I got really, really lucky with this. Okay, there's not enough concrete there, but there's an anomaly, which is awesome. Okay, I'm landing here. You know what? I'm gonna land here, and we're gonna start our game right in this location. So, okay, which should I scan? Let's scan this. Screwed up. All right, so forget about this. Even though there's a lot of concrete, which means we can build a lot of stuff, we're gonna be landing right here because Elon Musk would like to be on top of the mountain, top of the world, as they say, top of the world. All right, so where are we going to land initially? Let's do it right here, I guess. So that way we can basically start scanning things and move pretty quickly and collect all of this stuff. So this game is all about resource collection, and as you start here, I'm going to have to basically I'm going to have a bunch of robots, a bunch of droids, and I am going to basically be collecting all of these resources to build more stuff. And this is the initial game progress. Now, you don't bring any humans in the beginning, which is kind of more realistic, I guess. But the initial stages are going to be really, really challenging. We do get one... this is when in the beginning I get to choose what to bring with us. And we get this one RC transport that can actually haul resources from far, far away. And I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to send it here, I think, to collect this metal. Yeah, let's go and collect this metal. We might need it later. And this is how it basically starts moving around and collect everything. This is really, really awesome because scientifically and I guess in some sense, realistically speaking, engineerically, this is something we could totally build right now. And this is something that we can absolutely and totally invest into. And this mission is not far from reality. And also these things are being built right now. And the BFR, Elon Musk's space vehicle, not only has space for like robots and stuff, but it will also bring humans. All right, so we're gonna start building things. We need to start building... Okay, first of all, drone hub. This is really, really important because we need to be able to control our drones. And this is kind of like the... I guess you could call it like the main center for drones to be controlled by a central computer. So without this, we won't be able to do anything. And so the little drones right here are going to start building it. We also need to have energy. We didn't have any... Okay, so when I started my game first time, I actually had a few of these on board. I guess this is because I chose a slightly more different approach to playing this. These were awesome because they create energy for free. I don't really know with what. I'm guessing nuclear reaction, but yeah. We do need to create energy for this building to function, so I need to start placing solar panels. And we can place one right here. And maybe let's do 2. I think 2 is probably a good choice. I don't really know if placing them next to each other is going to affect anything, but I guess we'll find out. And in this game, you do need to cable everything. In other words, you need to build power cables to connect objects. So we're gonna put one right there. All right, so drones to action. Build me stuff and stuff. I think they're gonna be actually collecting these resources from here, which is metals, and they're gonna use the metals to build a building for me. Now, I don't really know why they have to be so cute, but they are super cute. They have little arms and everything, and they kind of wobble as they move. It's pretty cool. You can actually accelerate time just to make things a little bit faster, but before this, let's actually plan out our actions. That's not exactly what I meant to say, but it came out that way. Alright, first of all, exploration. We need to go and explore additional areas, so I'm gonna start with this here. And this is automatic. This is basically like, I guess, using some sort of orbital craft that's orbiting right now, and we're going to be scanning everything here. Now, I'm really excited. I'm actually right on top of Olympus Mons. Like, this is super awesome. The altitude is 20 kilometers. So, in other words, there's almost no atmosphere here. And probably not the best location for human colonists either, but Elon Musk, you can't argue with him. Next thing we're going to do is research technologies, and I think this is the one that I'm getting as part of my, whatever it's called, super bonus thing, because I chose certain parameters. I guess I can research it right now. Oh, it's already researched. Never mind. It allows me to build a spire building. I don't really... Oh, okay, here we go. Martian settlements are becoming less just mere shelters and more fully fledged cities with unique vibes and even architecture. So it provides a comfortable living space for many colonies. Okay, so in other words, this is basically colony building, kind of like a dome that I can build way ahead of everything else. Yeah, okay. Okay, first of all, because we don't have enough resources, we need to start focusing on the resource gathering, which is here, right? No, here. No. What? Oh, okay, so I didn't really realize this. My research is actually different from my last game. I don't really know how this works exactly, but... interesting. Oh, okay, so I guess I'm gonna get this because this gives me more research. And then next thing I'm gonna get is... maybe this, because this will make them more power efficient. Not important. This increases the speed of rovers. Cargo space increased by 10 ton. Oh, yeah, that's cool. And oxygen production. Okay, we don't need that yet. All right, let's just research these first. Oh, I can actually apparently outsource something to someone. What does that mean? Exchange 200 million funding. Oh, okay. So it increases my research through money. I don't have that much money though. Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that just yet. Should we do it for one of them just to see how it works? Yeah, let's do that. Let's outsource one thing. 200 million in the next 5 days, right? Let's do it. Oh, that's cool. That's super cool. Wow. Oh, so okay, only for 5 days though. So basically, we just outsourced our research to someone else, basically increasing the speed of research, which is pretty cool, I guess. Now, I wonder if I'm ever going to be able to land there. Maybe I can send another spacecraft there. That would be awesome. For now, though, I guess that's kind of it. That's kind of where we're gonna start. All right, so we're gonna start the initial steps here, and I think I'm gonna continue most of these things in one of the next videos, which is gonna come out tomorrow. I'm gonna release these videos alongside the main videos as well, so you don't have to worry about this basically taking over the channel. But what's missing here? We're missing plugs, right? Plugs means cable connections. Yay! Power cables. I thought I placed one. I guess I didn't. Let's do it this way. No, I can't. Let's do it this way. Boom. Is that good enough? That should do it. So the solar panels are super realistic and also cool looking. They like flip around and stuff. So if I were to shut it down, look at this. That's awesome, right? So this is to protect them from dust storms, which is actually something that NASA is always worried about. Because dust storms on Mars, even though they're not really that powerful in terms of actual, you know, energy and stuff, because there's not enough atmosphere on Mars, they are capable of damaging the solar panels simply because of the speed of particles that move around Mars, and also because it is essentially something that just happens over time for long periods of time. So it's kind of like death by many paper cuts. So solar panels can get damaged pretty quickly. Oh, there was actually an asteroid collision right there. Good thing that we weren't in that location. But so this apparently happens quite a lot in the game. I'm not sure how realistic this is because asteroids do collide with Mars, but not super frequently. And I guess this is just to make the game a little bit more dramatic and intense. So we are going to go into we're going to, oh, I don't know what I need. I need to build a warehouse, right? A depot to store my stuff. And I think it's like one of these things. And so we're gonna place this maybe somewhere here just so we can actually store all of the resources nearby. And the universal depot, it will allow us to essentially store everything from the ship and also from the resources we collect in a nearby location. Now I still don't really know exactly how to send the rocket back because it is going to be able to fly back to Earth and stuff, and then come back with more resources. But I think I need to basically refuel it, and to refuel it, I need to give it quite a lot of these materials. I don't know what these are yet. Do I have any other rockets though? That's another question. I'm sure I do. I think I started with a few rockets. So what else do we need to build? It says building is not working because of lack of energy. That's because there's no sun right now. So I can't really do anything about that. But what I do need to create right now is another building that will start collecting resources. Like, first of all, this is an anomaly. I need to have an RC Explorer. I'm going to actually see if I can send another rocket to me. Resupply, right? Is that how it works? Yeah. Select rocket. Available rockets, 4 out of 5. So we're going to send a cargo rocket. And I guess this is going to cost us a while, some money, right? So we're going to send ourselves an RC Explorer, which will analyze anomalies. I also would like to have 2 of these generators because they actually saved my game quite a lot the last time. These will allow me to create energy using, I believe, I don't actually know, it doesn't explain. I'm guessing it's some sort of a nuclear reaction. Then this will produce fuel from water, so maybe I'll also bring this because this will refuel our rockets for us, right? I think so. And what's moisture evaporate? Produces water. Yeah, bring that too. Okay, can I bring more? Wow, apparently this dragon rocket can actually carry quite a lot of stuff. So maybe, just maybe, we're also bringing some orbital probes to scan area nearby. I also would like to have rover right here, which will allow me to control my drones remotely. And for the rest of the space, let's just bring some like metals and stuff and concrete and whatever else we need to have a more successful experience on Mars. And then maybe 3 drones. Okay, perfect. So this is going to be expensive, isn't it? I guess it is. Okay, so we did launch the rocket. I guess later on it will probably allow us to land it somewhere. Not entirely sure how this works yet. We'll find out soon. Okay, the sun is about to come up, and we will now have energy for this drone hub. Now, this drone hub is important, but we don't seem to be needing it right now because I think the rocket itself is also capable of being a drone hub. So that's something I didn't really consider. Maybe this was a redundant building to build. Although when this rocket is gone, I'll definitely have some use for it. So let's have an active energy generating colony, and then we'll continue the rest in the next video. And I think what I'm missing from life to be happy is this. I need a power accumulator, right? Basically a battery. I think I'm missing a battery to be more successful. So this will store energy for overnight use. And this is something that's really, really important. And it's funny how it looks like a huge battery, basically. Let's place it right here. Also, when my next rocket arrives, it'll create even more energy. So this will be very, very useful for us. And lastly, I would also like to build a wind turbine. Now, Scott Manuel actually made a video about this not so long ago, explaining how these turbines actually are very efficient on Mars. Despite what you think, like there's no atmosphere and you know the atmosphere is not thick enough, the turbine will still actually spin, and the Martian atmosphere, despite not being very thick, will actually provide enough kinetic energy to spin these. So do check out his video if you actually are interested in this. But we're gonna skip time a little bit. My little guys are actually storing stuff here, right? Oh, look at this. Very organized. I love it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is the first one I've seen so far. This is what a dust devil is. Now, we've seen these on Mars several times actually, and they've even approached one of the rovers that we had there. But I wonder what happens if it actually hits one of my little drones. Maybe it kills them. And we still haven't seen any storms, so maybe we'll see this in the next part. Because this, as you remember, is the area with a lot of these things. Mostly because of the altitude and the fact that it's actually almost on the equator of Mars. Well, anyway, I think this is where we're going to stop this video. I'm going to continue this tomorrow. And this is a perfectly viable / functional base right now. And I actually have a lot of drones, as I just realized. But what we're going to do in the next video is we're going to try to build up a few more buildings and see what else we can actually create in the game. And hopefully bring some of the colonies here. That's my ultimate goal, to create a colony that's functional and has people that are not dying. Well, anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Come back tomorrow to learn something else, and also do come back to watch another part of this video of the game called Surviving Mars, which is definitely really, really awesome. See you guys tomorrow. Space out. See you on Mars. And as always, bye-bye.